Today we're going to be making a leftovers casserole. I love this casserole because it really just allows you to take the meat and vegetables that you have on hand that are kind of left over by the end of the week and make them into something special. So I start off by browning some onions in about a tablespoon of butter and a couple tablespoons of olive oil. And all I want to do is get those onions translucent. So I cook them for a little while. I'm adding some organic grass-fed beef, which is going to make this meal even more delicious. Not only delicious, but I think more healthy. This type of ground beef has more omega-3 fatty acids. It's a healthier ratio of omega-6 to omega-3, and it's got a lot more nutrients that support brain and heart health. So I try to eat this as an option for, regular ground beef as often as possible. I'm going to add a little sprinkle of garlic powder to this as it's cooking, as well as a little bit of freshly ground peppercorns. I just love these in most of the things that I'm cooking. It's just so delicious. So I'm just taking a few minutes to cook these items over the stove, and the ground beef and onions and all of that really cook up pretty fast. And at this point, I could just cook this up and make it a great meal. But as you can see, I'm also steaming some cauliflower. I've put that over the stove and got that cooking. And as soon as that is tender and this other meat is cooked, we'll be adding that to our casserole. But for now, I like to get all this browned up. Now this is a really low fat content, so I don't even have to worry about draining it today. I'm going to add some baby Bella sliced mushrooms. I've got a container of these, and I'm going to add these directly in now that my meat's about half cooked, and get these cooked up as well. These are definitely my favorite mushrooms. Something about them I just love. They're the browner mushrooms. They're usually a little thicker, kind of I don't know, they're a more meaty texture. They really hold together better, especially in casseroles and things like that you're cooking. These baby Bella mushrooms are also known as cremini mushrooms. They're great for weight loss because they do give your meal more of a meaty texture, and I think they really do help you feel fuller longer. Now I'm going to be adding a packet of some low sodium taco seasoning. I actually picked this up I think I get this at Aldi, but it is really good. It's still got all the flavor of regular taco seasoning with a lot less sodium. And I don't know about you, but at this point I could cook this up and put it on, like make a taco salad out of it. I've done that a lot in the past. But right now I'm just a little uncomfortable eating much in the way of salads because of this parasite that's in the lettuce. So I'm just skipping it for a little while until I'm sure it's out of everything. And so my meat mixture is all done. I've set it aside. I'm going to add this cooked cauliflower, and I cook it down pretty good. I want to break it up pretty easily. Um, but I'm going to add this to my meat and mushroom mixture and just, get this all stirred in so that I'm ready to put it into a casserole pan. Now this will actually make up a couple of meals for my husband and I. It worked for tonight, but it's also going to work probably for tomorrow night's dinner. We'll probably have the same thing tomorrow. And I'm going to spray my pan with a little bit of olive oil. And then as soon as I do that, all I do is pour this whole mixture right into my casserole dish, which right now is a pan from the Dollar Tree because I have everything packed in storage. But it works out just fine. This actually is a really good sized pan for two people. So I'm going to kind of break up some of this cauliflower even a little bit more and just kind of even it out so that it's all over my pan. And as you can see, I mean, this is a great portion. This is going to make up about 4 meals, and it's really healthy. It's basically meat and vegetables. I am going to opt to put about a half of a cup of some sharp cheddar cheese over the top and throw this in the oven. I love sharp cheddar because it has more of a zing to the flavor with a lot less calories because you're not going to use nearly as much cheese. You have the flavor without having to add so much of the cheese. So I'm just going to throw this in the oven at 350 degrees, and then I'm going to show you how it looks as soon as I bring it out. Look how nice that looks. In the meantime, I'm going to make a little dessert. I've cut up the most delicious cantaloupe that I found on my shopping trip this last weekend. It's just been so sweet and so delicious. So I'm going to put about a half of a cup in each of these cups of this cantaloupe. And then I'm going to spoon over a little bit of butterscotch pudding. Now I made this pudding, it's a sugar-free pudding, so there's no sugar in it, but I did put in um, I did put in 1 cup of whole milk, and then I put in 1 cup of almond milk. So it's kind of like a low-fat milk that it ended up making. But just by putting that 1 cup of regular milk, it did thicken it up a lot. So I've had this in the refrigerator since I made it. I'm just going to spoon some of this, literally like maybe 2 or 3 spoonfuls right over the top of this melon. And I served this to my husband. As soon as he took one bite, he's like, "Oh, this is really good." I don't really make much in the way of butterscotch pudding. I almost always go for chocolate or vanilla. And so look how good that looks. It just thickened up really good for an instant pudding. It worked great. And it was a really nice little treat for low calories and tasting really good. This was something I was glad I served. I really like a little dessert after dinner, whether it be some sugar-free pudding or a Ninja Creamy, or maybe I have a little bite for me, and or maybe some sugar-free Jello with cottage cheese. This is my casserole. I'm gonna just give it a try for you, and then we'll go eat dinner. All right, let's give this leftover casserole a try. Actually smells pretty good. Mmm, that's delicious. All right, I'm going to put the macros in the description below with the recipe in case you have leftovers. Thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.